Alright, here we go. This is Josiah Plays Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire. And I have suffered yet another game crash. And I'm back. There's this conversation again.
There's this other thing. This woman. Once Theos was gone, it was nice seeing them again. Been almost since the war. But I didn't belong. Found I couldn't talk to anyone. Not just because of the funny way Adirans talk.
We merely swallow our food first.
Over there, across the ocean, it's like nothing I'd been through ever happened. Not the war, not the legacy. Even my parents missed most of it. And I'm glad about that. But all we had to talk about was stuff from when I was a boy. Then, I thought of somebody I knew I could talk to. Maybe the last person. And just like that, I was back on a boat, going the other way. Last I saw her, she was going to New Hayamar. Went looking for her there, only to find that she'd left a long time ago. Anyway, I don't expect you to understand. But I gotta know she ended up alright.
And your kid. It sounds like she ended up with a son.
Yeah, that's something. Coming out of Deerwood during that time. When I knew her, she had another little boy, just a baby. But the legacy deprived him of a proper life.
Ah, Hollowborn. That's sad.
I never found out what happened to him. But with the Hollowborn, he didn't have to ask. Guess he got a brother, though.
Adair falls silent. Falls quiet, blinking several times before noting your continued presence. You're sure you want to know where this leads?
No, but I don't see a way to let this go. Least a way's not now. Last time I saw Alava, we got friendly. Now she's got a son.
Got friendly is what we're calling it. Scandalous friendliness. Adair's shrug is rigid, his smile at least half wince. Very well then, Adair. Let's get moving. Anybody else want to jump on any conversations with me? Where's Adair's quest? The lighted path? Yeah. Look for Alafa and his Songo. Fun trade between friends of fluids. Alright. I think it's time to go back to the prince. Did you arrive on the Sea Cow? Yes, I did arrive on the Sea Cow. Prince Aruihi. Need to talk to you about the food situation, my man.
Kira, but have you pried any secrets from the gullet yet?
Aruihi raises his brow and motions for you to go on. I had other questions.
If there's curiosity to be satisfied, Kira, I will help.
I want to talk about the food shortage in the gullet.
Again, you bring this up. Speak on, I say.
Prince Aruihi sighs and opens his palm. The Dawnstars have agreed to offer a share of their crops to Nekataka, as long as the bulk of it goes to the Riparu.
My sister would call this a test from the gods. It is our role to feed the Raparu, and we do not pass on our duties to outsiders.
Eruihi thumbs his chin, nodding.
But I am of a different mind. Nothing pleases Ngati like an unlikely solution, and this is what you bring. Akira, then let it be so.
He nods, a smile parting his lips. Well, that was easier than I was expecting.
If you have more to say, I am not above listening.
He nods, sweeping his hand out.
I expect results, Watcher. Have you gotten to the bottom of Delver's Row?
The Principi are smuggling cargo via the Undercroft.
Undercroft, a darker, more fetid layer of Nekataka, I say.
He cradles his chin in his palm, looking off into the distance.
Onikaza and I are the mind and heart of the city, but the bowels, these we cannot reach. At least Delver's Row is a stable target. The Crown has time to decide the next steps.
Water Shapers were helping the pirates bring in ships.
I had my suspicions, but I had no wish to see them confirmed.
Eruihi winces and looks away.
When it comes to the dignity of the guild, the Crown can compromise nothing. Onikaza will see their leadership disciplined, I say. Onikaza and I both expect more from the guild, I say. She will not be pleased.
Eruihi shakes his head and sighs. Major positive and moderate positive with the Huana.
Akira, but at least you returned to me in one piece. You are not the first agent I sent to the gullet, but you are the first to return.
Eruihi grins in spite of himself and claps you on the shoulder.
I cannot say that I desire to send you to worse places than the gullet, but...
Eruihi trails off and scratches the back of his head. Speak on. I'd like to make a good impression with Onikaza.
Akira, I like a woman who works for her prize. Does the name Ukaizo mean anything to you?
Why, yes it does. I happen to know off the top of my head that Ukaizo is a mythical island, rumored to be somewhere in the Deadfire archipelago. Some legends regard Ukaizo as the wellspring of Huana culture. Others tell of riches beyond measure. All agree that Ukaizo vanished after cataclysmic storms and volcanic eruptions blotted out the horizon, but it remains to be seen if these tales possess an echo of merit or simply romanticize an ancient fantasy. That's just what I can recall about Ukaizo, top of my head, spur of the moment just now. I definitely didn't look it up on the fucking Huana wiki or anything. Yeah, that's what I was thinking about Atlantis the last time we heard something about this place. Apparently, if you're from the Deadfire and an Amawa, you can be like, yeah, duh. The prince's face is impassive, but he seems to be studying yours with close attention to detail. A lost city, if local fables are to be believed.
Fable? No. History, I say.
Akira, I asked for an answer, not your life story, I say.
Ukaizo was the home of the Huana before cataclysm and destruction wiped the island from the Deadfire. That is the story.
But what's the real story?
Story or no, I make no secret that we search for Ukaizo.
Well, I don't have a submarine, so... He studies you, allowing his words to sink in.
Many of my countrymen also believe that Ukaizo is nothing more than a myth. But there are others who would kill to find such a place if it were real.
And kill gladly if but a tenth of the myth was true.
See, I don't want the Valiants to find out about Ukaizo. Makes me wonder, like, can I count on Pallegina to keep it a secret if I want to keep it a secret, or is she going to go back to her Valiant masters and be like, I know about Ukaizo, Ukaizo, Ukaizo. Eruihi peers at Pallegina before turning his attention back to you.
Our tribes are spread across many isles, but it is Ukaizo which binds us. Ukaizo, and the knowledge that we must return. To that end, a local cartographer secured a lead. A breadcrumb to a breadcrumb, I say. I sent an expedition to Matario Cozy, one of the Sanctuary Isles. They were to retrieve evidence of our lost homeland. They have yet to return.
Sanctuary Isles?
They were sites where our ancestors grouped in terms of crisis. Constants in changing seas. You have the cartographer Atepo to thank. He wanders the Western Shrine if you would know more.
The prince makes a dismissive wave toward the door. What makes you think that Motari Okozi contains evidence of Ukaizo?
The Sanctuary Isles give comfort and guidance to sailors on the long journey home. I am hoping the island can remember its purpose and return us to the home we lost.
That is some fucking dodgy ass. That is not a lead. That's just like I picked an island off of a map and said to myself, I sure hope there's something there that helps us. But that's fine. How has the island remained hidden all this time?
The question for those with years to gather reeds and scribe their thoughts.
Aruihi smooths back his hair and sighs. I like his headdress. It's pretty cool looking.
It might be that someone or something on the island does not wish to be found. In better times than these, I would have been happy to oblige.
Should I expect any resistance?
The trading companies would not have thought to look for Matario Cozy, but now they are vultures to carrion. I do not doubt that our rivals race for the same thing, all while we fall behind.
Aruihi sighs. No further questions?
Ikira, then you are ready to depart?
There won't be a stone unturned on Motario Cozy when I'm done with it. But it's gonna be a while.
Before you go,
Aruihi lowers his tone and glances to his left and right.
That did seem like too nice a way to end it.
the expedition, I have reason to believe they will not be returning to Nekataka.
Go on.
We found this at the palace doorstep, cut from the robe of the expedition leader.
He reaches into his pocket and draws forth a wad of red-stained bark cloth.
One mystery heaped on another, I say.
He drags his thumb over the cloth and frowns to himself. He conveniently forgot to mention this till I agreed to the mission. Let me see that. I might be able to learn something from it. Do some object reading. I'm a fucking cipher and a watcher. So far, I gotta say, I'm happy enough with the amount of reactivity I get in the game to being a priest of Eothas. That's not bad. But there's been virtually nothing I got to do or say because I'm a cipher, which makes me sad. Nodding, he relinquishes the scrap. A fragment of essence clings to the fabric like a thread woven too tightly to be unraveled. Trees tower above you, and ropey vines stretch like tentacles across a marshy ruin. It takes all of your strength to trudge through the hip-deep water. You glance over your shoulder, but the women and men of your company aren't there. Then a shape moves off in the distance. You draw your weapon, feeling now more alone than ever. The vision departs, leaving you with a deep pit in your stomach and the phantom sensation that nothing has gone as it should have. The prince regards you expectantly. The owner of this robe is surely dead. Hold out hope for the rest.
Kira, that is something, I say. Take care if you alight on Matario Cozy. My fear is that the island is sanctuary no more.
Yeah, Dragon Age Origins is a great game. I love that game. Sighing, Prince Aruihi folds the cloth with reverence.
Prepare yourself for a hard voyage northeast of Nekataka. Matario Cozy is nestled in the Kua Rokuhu Islands, in the midst of a landmass that resembles a storm, like the fall of Ukaizo locked in time.
Aruihi bites his thumbnail and turns away, lost in thought.
Watcher, Even if Ukaizo is a myth, Motario Cozy is old enough that it may contain some clue about why Eothas is interested in the Deadfire.
I don't trust why you're interested in it, Palagina. The Last Sanctuary. Prince Aruihi sent an expedition to investigate Motario Cozy, an island once used for shelter and sanctuary in the days of Ukaizo. Aruihi believes that the location of lost Ukaizo might be recorded somewhere on the island, but his expedition has not returned. He needs someone to learn the fate of the expedition and find the information they sought. The trading companies are doubtless sending their own forces to do the same. Motario Cozy is nestled in the Kuaurikuhu chain of islands, a long journey northeast of Nekataka in the midst of a landmass shaped like a storm. A local cartographer discovered this island. A tepu can be found by a statue of Helia, west of the throne room of the palace. Alright, we'll get to all that. I told the prince about the smuggling operation of the Undercroft. Delver's Row will eventually be shut down. I brokered a deal that will ensure the Roparu in the gullet will be fed for some time, so now we gotta go back to Enoi and tell him about the deal.
Do not leave me in suspense, I say. Have you found Motario Cozy?
Aruihi raises his brow and gestures for you to speak. I had other questions.
If you have questions, the royal brother will hear you.
Aruihi smiles and opens his palm. We should talk about Motario Cozy.
Do not leave me in suspense, I say. Ask. Whatever I know is for you. Just so. Do not leave me in
Alright, I don't actually have any questions. We're not going to be doing that anytime soon. You missed the priest from the first pillars? I didn't really like the priest from the first pillars. I mean, he was a very interesting character, but I didn't really like him. Alright. Let's go back. To the gullet. To Enoi's home. You get more than one spell per level. You get 2. Per encounter. Whereas before, in a day as a priest, you could cast like, you know, a few spells. Now you could cast unlimited spells in a day. It's way better this way. Way better. The old man grimaces some attempt at a smile. He inclines his head to you, indicating he's aware of your presence. Dawnstars will share their crops, and the Queen will allocate the majority for the gullet. The old man's eyes glisten.
I heard of missionaries distributing food throughout the gullet, though I did not think it could be true. Not in this lifetime could I have hoped for more. To have garnered our Queen's generosity. I ache to believe it.
See you later, sir. Thanks for coming by, hanging out and chatting. Have a good night.
Never can I thank you enough, Watcher who has the ear of both kith and gods. Always the Raparu will know of your kindness. Should you need refuge within Nekadaka, know that the Raparu will stand by your side.
Take care, old man.
May Amira's wind ever fill your sails, girl. We will not forget what you have done for us.